So yeah, back to part one. I'm sorry, before part two. So I got a couple things to fix in the story. So my stepdad passed away in 2013. Shortly there, passed away January 23rd, 2013. Shortly thereafter, my grandma passed away in December 2012. So I wanted to clear that up. Sorry about that. And then and when my dad passed away, that's a huge part that I left out. So when he passed away, he left me something in his will. He left me a house. I know he left me a couple cars. He left me some jewelry, and he left me some money. Now, how much the amount was, I can't remember what his ex had told me. So she was the one that told me my family did me dirty. Like, so my auntie sold the cars to one of his exes named Nene, not the ex Melissa, and they sold the house, and they took the majority of the jewelry because all I had was two chains of his and a couple rings that my grandma had gave to me, and they took the money. So and I do believe her because my auntie, when I was staying with my auntie, that's another thing I meant to mention too. She stole my food stamp card. So like when I was out there like trying to make something, it was so hard for me. Like, man. So like, yeah, everything is coming back. I gotta correct a couple things. Yeah. So with that being said, like I definitely had to experience some unnecessary, unfortunate events, but in the midst of a lot of things, I can say that I was blessed in between time and the meantime. And yeah, this was just the icing on the cake. But the reason why I did go against Melissa the way I did, the reason why I did ghost her is because she had said my grandma had robbed my dad too, and I didn't want to believe that at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandma didn't have much, and my grandma would call me lucky all the time because I go play the numbers for her, and she had me pick numbers out, and she would hit them, and she'd be like, "Oh, I'm about to have you play numbers for me and stuff." So I believed my grandma, you know what I'm saying? So that's what made me ghost Melissa, and my grandma would definitely break me off. And yeah, she passed away from breast cancer, but I was helping taking care of her before she passed away as well, and because I was staying with her for a little while, we got a hella memories together before she passed away, and when I was trying to come see her in the hospital, she told me she didn't want me to come see her. This is before she even went to the hospital. So I didn't understand it. Like, I even came to her house because I'm like, bump all that. I don't hear none of that what you saying. So I came to the house, knocked on the door. She didn't answer the door for me or nothing. And it just broke my heart because I didn't get to see my grandma before she passed away. And then my family didn't even let me know where the funeral was being held. I didn't know nothing. And the crazy part about it is I didn't find out until like 2 weeks after. So like it was just like it was crazy, man. So like yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. Clear a couple stories up in between time. Cause it's just so much, and I'm just thinking like, cause all right, and then I had to clear another one up. So after me and Mimi had split up in our first apartment, when we had parted ways, I went and had got me an apartment on East Broad, and then she went to Walnut Glen. So after, not too long afterwards, like when I went to go help, no, this is before. So before all this happened, before me and her even got the crib and stuff, so we had gotten a wreck in the U-Haul, me and my mom and her dude, or whatever, and we wound up getting a check for it. So mind you, I looked out for it when the check came, and because they had a check too, but they blew their money. That's when I knew my mom was on drugs. So me just trying to be a good son, because I'm trying to honor the word, because God said honor thy mother and thy father. And me losing my dad at such an early age just made me want to embrace my mom that much more. You feel me? So I'm just trying to do right, be a good, obedient son. And she used it against me. She weaponized it against me. So she didn't have money for rent, so I came and gave her $500 for rent to help her pay her rent. Because I had went to the chiropractor to get my full amount. I went to the chiropractor for like 60 days. So I helped her pay her rent. I paid her for cell phone bill. I bought her a bag of weed. I bought her a pack of cigarettes. And then I gave her a couple extra dollars on the side. So the extra dollars that she had, she didn't have to spend on anything else. You know what I'm saying? Because she said she had food and whatnot. She had her food stamps and whatnot. So, I'm just trying to look out. So fast forward, she wound up losing that. And I really feel like that was her karma. So she wound up losing her crib, and then we're gonna fast forward. So when Mimi had moved to Walnut Glen and I was on East Broad, she was upgrading to go get a new place. And I'm like, my mom and her dude didn't have a place at the time. So I'm like, well, why don't you just let my mom take over the crib? You know what I'm saying? And look out for her, you know what I'm saying? So, because my mom was unaware of this. She was unaware of what I was trying to work in the background. So she like, all right, we might can do that. And I'm like, all right, I appreciate it if you can. You know, so she wound up doing mine even more solid. This why I love this girl to this day. And she I don't know if she ever understand why, but she always was like, that was my childhood sweetheart, man. She came through for real, for real. So she actually paid the rent for like 3 months for my mom and gave her the crib. You know what I'm saying? And what my mom turned around to do, she lost it. And she turned around and did me dirty. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why she lost it, because she did me dirty. Because I just really, like, she used, so like when I got my first crib, this is what my mom told me, because I was always paying my bills ahead of time. At the time, I didn't know it was good. I'm just like, you know, the way that I thought, I'm like, get it out the way ahead of time so I ain't got to worry about it later. You know what I'm saying? Me not knowing, my credit is going crazy. Time Warner then sent me a $200 gift card and everything, because I've been paying myself like so far ahead of time and whatnot, right? So, she like, oh yeah, this was out of jealousy and envy. And like I said, at the time I was being naive and gullible. She like, yeah, you ain't got to pay none of your bills for 3 months. I'm like, for real? She like, yeah, your gas, water, all that, electric, yeah, you ain't got to pay that for 3 months and you be good. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Man, that shit made me fall so far behind, bro. I learned my lesson from that. Like, yeah, at the time I was young, you know what I'm saying? I'm 19, you know what I'm saying? 20, you feel me? So, I'm 20 at the time, actually. So, I'm just like, yo, she did me dirty, bro. Like, my mom was probably one of my biggest ops, bro. And through it all, bro, I never let none of this turn me bitter, bro. Through it all, I still found it in my heart to help others and try to be a blessing to those path I came across, despite all the battles that I had to fight. Despite me, oh yeah, and I meant to tell y'all, like, when after that stuff happened with the gun charge and everything like that and the attempted assault, I still had to be on probation for 7 years, bro. So I was on probation in 2 counties. I was on probation in Marysville because I had some bullshit had happened in Marysville that same year, right after, and then I was on probation in Franklin County, which is Columbus. So I was on probation in Union County and Franklin County, and I was on probation for 7 years. So life was really hard, bro. Like, it really was. And I had just got off of probation in Marysville. No, it was 6 years, my fault. In 2023. So from 2017 to 2023, I was on probation the whole time. The whole time I was on probation, I was selling drugs, I was doing the most. But this how I know this wasn't nothing but God, man. And in between time, I get in my word, you know what I'm saying? I read my word here and there, but I haven't read the word like I've been reading the word lately. Like, it feels so good. Like, I actually take joy in reading the word. Before I get bored, I read a couple verses and get sleepy. Whatever the case may be, it's not like that no more. So through all of this struggle, man, that's what I'm saying. It's just all the grace of God. Like, I done had so much stuff happen. Like, because I meant to tell y'all too, this is why some stories kind of spaced out. So in 2016, when I was homeless after everything went down, I wound up moving in with my cousin Terry, God rest his soul. You feel me? Because he passed away too. He wound up getting killed, but that's another story. I'll say that for another time. I had moved in with my cousin Terry for a little minute, and I was just trying to get on the right path, because this is right before I got the crib on Main and Wine. I was just trying to be on the right path and do the right thing. That's it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to sell no drugs. I'm just going to go get a job, do the right thing. I mean, I always kept a job, but, like, I wouldn't keep it for long. I'd keep a job for, like, 30, 40 days, and then I'm back out selling drugs. I'm back out on the streets hustling, you feel me? Because I would get, like, a rush from it. But, like, he wanted to let me come stay with him for a little bit, and then me and him wind up getting into it because he didn't want to come to work. He didn't want to do the right thing, yo. And it's the irony, like, he passed away from selling drugs. Like, he met somebody, you know what I'm saying, he wanted to becoming a brick boy, wanted blowing up in the dope game, and then Buddy robbed him and shot him, because the way my cousin Terry, he ain't going, you know what I'm saying? So, like, Like that was the irony of it. So his friend Rodney, he was a fruity dude. He was zesty. So his friend Rodney like, oh yeah, you can come over and stay with me, blase blase. And I'm like, all right, as long as you don't try no funny mess, bro, that's cool. You feel me? So this dude, bro. So I'm on the couch, bro. He got his own room, mind you. I'm in the living room on the couch. And the dude tried to creep up on me in my sleep, bro, and try to touch on me, bro. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, bro, I don't even get down like that. So after that, I had to leave, bro, because I really was about to beat the brakes off his ass. But mind you, I'm on probation. You feel what I'm saying? So I got all this shit going on, whatever the case may be. So no. I wasn't even on probation yet. I definitely had a case going on, or whatever the case may be. But I definitely slapped the dog shit out the nigga. I just wasn't trying to beat like the brakes off his ass and go to jail. So at the end of the day, I had to deal with that. Like motherfuckers tried to make it hard for me when the whole time they knew I was trying to like get on my feet. So and I had some fruity dudes try me like that a couple times. Like I don't understand that. Like bro, ain't nothing about me gonna come off like that, bro. So I don't even know what would give you the inclination to get comfortable to do that. So like. Male and female, I done had some. I meant to tell you I was raped by a female as well. So like, the stuff that's happened to me, man, is just like, God is good, man. That's all I can say. And then I done been in jail like 6, 7 times. Like I said, I was doing the 23-1. When I was last time I was in jail was in well the last time I did the 23-1. That happened because I got in a fight for the dude I punched, but it was all self-defense, and I'm in a fucking, excuse my French, I'm in a racist ass county. I mean Union County. It got a Tri-County. It's called Tri-County. So it's like you got Springfield, Dayton, Cincinnati, Marysville, and like two other towns or whatever that sent them to that Tri-County or whatever. But they did me so dirty in there, man. And even one time, they didn't even feed me, so I had to file a grievance, bro, because it was 24 hours. I didn't even get to come out my cell. I didn't get to shower. I didn't get to eat. I didn't get to call my my fiance at the time. They did me so dirty, so I had to file a grievance on that. But yeah, like, I've been through so much, and the devil been working so hard on trying to pull me down and break me. Through my family, through lovers, through people I done grew up with. Like, man, my life has been a journey. It really has. And so after everything that happened in 2024, because so I was in jail, because this when I started dabbling in the witchcraft and stuff, because I had crystals. I was doing sigil magic, money magic, all kind of stuff, and I had the evil eyes. My ex-fiance had got me into the tarot. Like, I had started going off, like, the charts. I was reading witchcraft books, and I was getting real deep into shamanism at the time. And I had this experience with the tarot, and I wasn't comfortable with what I had experienced. Like, I felt like I was channeling something I wasn't supposed to. Because, like I explained before, I've always had supernatural and divine occurrences in my life. Like, I could account for it. And, in 2016, I can't leave this part of the story out, but we're gonna pause right there. So in 2016, when I was homeless, this after me and my cousin Terry got into it, and then me and the homie Rodney had fell out or whatever. I'm in the car, because I went to the park. I drove to the park. So I'm in the car, it's like 3 in the morning, bro. I kid you not. I'm about to tell you my experience with the devil and how I met him. And it's nothing like you hear in the story, the books, and none of that. I'm right-handed Jesus. So it's late at night. I'm asleep. Now mind you, my windows is rolled up, everything, right? So this dude in all black. Now remember I told you I had the encounter with the angel, right? He had a jean jacket, right? Blue faded jean jacket, blue faded jean pants, right? So it was similar to that. But the devil had a black jean jacket and black jean pants and all black boots, right? So some come knocking up to my window. Dun 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 dun. I look over. Bro got a blunt. He got a joint in his hand. He like, you want to hit this? I'm like, nah, I'm straight. I'm good, bro. And it's tweaking me out because it's 3 in the morning. First of all, I'm at this place called Rose Park on the west side. And I'm sitting in the parking lot, like I said. I wasn't even supposed to be there. So, in my mind, I'm like, how this nigga know I smoke weed? So I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. As a matter of fact, I had my passenger window, my driver's side window cracked just a little bit like this, but all the other windows was all the way rolled up, right? So, he like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, going somewhere, bro. I'm Gucci. So, I kid you not, bro. I kid you not. And mind you, my doors is locked too. I'm telling you this for a reason. So, I look over to my right. Right hand of Jesus. I look over to my right. Buddy is in the passenger seat of my car. Mind you, all the doors are still locked. All the windows are still rolled up. And I still got mine cracked a little bit. Because, matter of fact, because after he did that, I had rolled my window back up. I'm like, because I had a Buick at the time. I had a Buick, not the Regal. It was another one, man. And that mug was that was my whip. Alright, we're just gonna stick with a Buick. I forget the name of it, man. It's just been so long. It was a gold Buick because I used to call her Goldie. So I rolled my window back up. Dude is in my passenger side right here. Now he in my face with the weed. He like, come on. He like, come on, man, hit the joint, right? I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. In my mind, I'm like, how the fuck did you get in the whip, right? Excuse my French. This is what I'm thinking. This is what's going through my mind. That's how I'm processing everything. So he's like, nah, come on, hit the weed. This how I knew it was the devil. Cause I rebuked him in Jesus' name after this. He was like, hit this weed. And mind you, I was down, bro. I was down bad. So, and we gonna get to when I was in the wilderness too. But that's twice. But that's a whole nother story. Like, my life has been crazy. That's why I love Jesus so much, because I could really relate to the struggles he went through. I experienced a lot of unnecessary hate for no reason, and I know it was for his name's sake. Like, yeah, granted, I wasn't living right, but I wasn't out here doing people wrong either. You feel what I'm saying? So, back to the story. So, he like, hit this joint, and I give you all your heart's desires and everything you want in the world. That's when I knew he was the devil, bro. So I'm like, nah. I'm like, Jesus rebuke you. I'm like, I rebuke you in Jesus' name. I'm getting chills talking about this. So, this is what he said to me. This was July of 2016, bro. He said, it's alright. It's cool. He said, I'll be back 10 years from now. Is exactly what he said. That was in 2016. And he walked in front of me. Now, mind you, ain't no lights on or nothing. He walked in front of me, and dude just disappeared in darkness. I kid you not, bro. Shortly thereafter, 6 cops hit the car. I kid you not. Guns drawn, everything, bro. Like, hold on. It was crazy, bro, because I'm already knowing, like, so, and he told me, he was like, I'll be back in 10 years. And to this day, it still has stuck with me till this day. Like, I haven't forgot it. So we're gonna fast forward. My fault. These is real experiences, man. We're gonna fast forward back to now that after this happened. I wound up, me and the girl I was with at the time, we wound up getting approved for the crib on Wine and Main or whatever. So, cause her mom had did us dirty, like so dirty, cause that was the ones that her mom and her sister jumped me, and that was the ones I got jumped by. And her sister came and told the truth, but her mom lied in court. So her mom had went with the crib that we had at the time. Her mom went back to the property manager and told him that we had women running in and out the house, like prostitution going on. Told him we was selling drugs, and we really wasn't. We both was just going to work at the time, and said we was abusing the kids and all kind of shit. So, like, I had went through so much for no reason, yo. All because she had let me claim the kids on the taxes instead of her mom. And I'm gonna tell you how that situation went down. And to this day, her mom don't even know I was on her side, because, like I said, I still was doing my best to obey the law. So I'm saying how much time I got left on it. I was still doing my best to obey the law. So I made sure the kids was good. I only spent like $500 on me and her, but we spent like almost $3K on the kids. I wanted to make sure them babies were straight because they went through too much, you know. And I know what it was like as a kid. You feel me, to not have. So her son had got sick and he had got real bad ear infection, and her and her mom had got into it. So her mom was trying to come to the hospital and see him or whatever. And this is after she tried to kidnap him, which I completely understand her reason for not letting her mom come through, because she tried to kidnap the baby boy, and we went on this crazy chase looking for him, had to file police reports, all kind of stuff. Like, so she like, no, I don't want my mom at the hospital, blase blase, because Buddy was in real bad condition. I'm like, but we don't know what the condition he is right now. I'm like, and that's still your mom at the end of the day. That ain't right, you know. That ain't cool, you know. You gotta let her see her grandbaby. So, you know, I'm just trying to do the right thing, right? And it all blew back on me, yo. So she had a mixed baby too, Ariana, and she come upstairs calling me all kind of niggers and shit, and excuse my French, and in front of the little girl too, and I wasn't feeling that, bro. So she tell her, she's like, no, she telling her mom, because her mom like, oh, I know he the reason that you acting like this, da 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 da. And she was like, no, really, he not. So she steady trying to tell her like, no, he actually was telling me to do the opposite and let you come see him. And she didn't want to believe it. So, you know, because people be having their mind made up about me or whatever. So afterwards, that's how that whole situation came about. And then me having to move in with my cousin for a temporary moment while we look for a crib and whatnot, and all kind of crazy stuff. And that's how I had my experience with the devil. And then after that, like, I just, you know, had a lot of other troubling things happen to me, and it's just really been a struggle. Like, I never got this. The only person who really supported me, I'm not even gonna lie, really for real, is my dude's mom, Cheryl, and Mimi, for real. Them the ones that really like was like all for supporting me, like, because throughout my life, excuse me, I don't get no support, I don't get no love, not from the people that I know. Not from the strangers is different. Like, when I go work at a gas station or something, like, I always get tips. They always blessing me, give me whatever I want. Like, I get spoiled by the people. And oftentimes my coworkers ruin that and sabotage it for me because I get so much favoritism. But then people can see the favor of God and they see I'm a genuine person. Because my whole thing is, I just, you know, I've been through so much. So my mindset is, you never know what somebody might be going through. So sometimes you never know, like, these little bit of words of encouragement could change somebody's day for the better. And there's been many a times people that came back and told me, like, I'm not sitting here trying to get glory for the works that I've done because I've helped so many people, but I don't put that on camera. That's between me, God, and them. You feel me? So, like, at the end of the day, like, it's not for nobody to know. Like, it's gonna speak for itself at the end of the day. So, with that being said, like, man, I was just like going through the most. Everybody sitting here going against me, making it hard for me. The devil's really been working against me, man. I'm still trying to figure out who I am to this day because of everything I've been going through. And all the spiritual warfare that I've been dealing with throughout my whole life, I'm still not understanding who I am. And I didn't even get to explain it. I was even battling the CIA, bro, because they got this program back when I was a kid called the GATE program. And I was a part of that too because I got ESP and other psychic abilities. So, like, this really go, like, real deep. Like, my life has been a battlefield, like, no cap. And I'd have been out there to help the homeless. Even when I was homeless, I was still giving what I had. I broke bread when I didn't have it. And I know that's when it counted the most because God know where my heart really is. He know where my heart posture is. He know I don't mean nobody no ill will or mean no harm. But just the number of things I've been through, and despite it all, like, I didn't let it turn me bitter. So, like, back to now, we can get forward with the story. So 2023, when I was in jail, I think I had an angel in jail too when I was in jail at Tri-County. So I remember I was telling you I was into the magic and all that and the tarot and stuff. And I had a tarot book in there and a magic book in there, and I had a Bible. And dude was talking to me. I forget his name, man. He was a cool ass white dude though. Bro had swag for real. But I really think he was an angel. So he like, bro, he's like, why is you reading that stuff? Why is you doing that? Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I don't know. So him coming blowing down on me like that, because I was just feeling convicted. You feel me? And I wasn't feeling condemned. I was feeling convicted in my heart. So I'm like, I don't know. So I told him, I'm like, you just saying this, bro. I feel like that's just God talking through you right now. And he was like, bro, if you know that's God talking through me right now, you got a gift, bro. You know you ain't supposed to be doing this. He like, because most people won't even know that. So that's what he was making it a point to. Like, most people wouldn't even know God speaking through them, or would notice that in the spirit instantly. So he like, you know what you're supposed to be doing, right? So at that time, like, that's when I started realizing. So this is like, this is what I'm saying, it's been a battle for me. So, and he disappeared too. I wanted, like I said, I wanted him going to getting in a fight. I knocked dude's teeth out because they tried to jump me in the bathroom or whatever. I'm not gonna go into detail, but I was defending myself clearly. But I still got put in maximum security and treated like an animal, treated lesser than a human being, which was a painful experience. But I made it through. I didn't let that break me. Actually, I was cool, but I had to file a grievance so I can get my food and you know what I'm saying. Like, I was going through it in there. You feel me? So and I got a lot of favoritism from the other inmates because they knew I was a cool dude. Like, I really kind of low key ran it. Like, if I go outside the bar, everybody come outside the bar with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a heavy influence. Like, and that's how it has been all my life. Like, no matter where I go, I influence people strongly. So I'm seeing this gift that God has gave me, and then I was making secular music and things of that nature. So I'm just like realizing everything that I was doing wrong and how I was using my gifts wrongly, not for the right thing, you know. So yeah, like so after 2024, I was going to court battling that case with my ex-fiance because her family set me up. She didn't even write the statement. Her mom wrote the statement. They lied on me, illegally kidnapped my daughter, man. Did me so dirty in so many ways. Like, my baby, because when I was in jail, I missed out on Father's Day with my sons. And my first baby mom did me dirty, and she got her son taken away. She gave custodial rights over to her peoples, and they wound up doing some dirty shit, excuse my French, and going to get my baby's name changed. I'm talking about middle and last name. He got his first name still because I gave him pretty much my whole entire name. You know, I got 4 names, so I pretty much gave him my whole entire name, and they changed the majority of it. Like, they altered the DNA, man. I've been fighting so much, it's not even funny. But back to my daughter, so that's my heart and soul for real, and fighting that case, they did me dirty. It went from, because they tried to say it was assault. I didn't do nothing to her. So it went from aggravated menacing and assault to a disorderly conduct because I told her to pack her shit and leave, which still wasn't disorderly if you ask me. I was really being mindful and trying to de-escalate things because she was neglecting my baby. That's why we fell out in the first place, and I told her to pack her things and leave. She hadn't fed my child in over 6 hours. Only 15 milliliters of fluid. So I'm feeling some type of way. Like, you know, she's just a couple weeks old. I'm like, why is my baby crying? Because at the time, I was working, I was selling drugs, I was just doing everything I could to keep some money coming in and take care of my baby. I was doing what I thought was right at the time. Like, looking back on it, it definitely wasn't right. But I didn't do my baby mom dirty. I didn't do my ex-fiance dirty. I was just like, you know, we need to take some time apart probably because I knew she was going through postpartum. So I was really thinking about the both of us and trying to be mindful and trying to keep us together as a family. And when she let her mom and them get involved, that's when it went left. And, you know, her being white in that country and me, and to them I'm black, but I'm actually mixed. So with that being said, it just made the situation bad. And my brother wound up doing me dirty. Again, he played like he had my back, and then he shitted on me. So, like, I couldn't make it to child support court after he said he would help me. We drove up there early, or whatever the case may be, and then we came back because they told me I was too early, and they was like, it ain't until 1. And I'm cashing him out, gas money and all, right? So, I'm going to have to pause the story because I'm running out of battery.